guys, welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to be reviewing the unreleased 2008 Dodge Chargers. So as you can see right here, I have quite a few trims to go over, and believe it or not, this is actually not all of the trims that are coming. I left out a few of them, but we have a lot of them here, so I'm just going to go over them. Also, I apologize for my voice. I have a slight cold right now. But this video had to be made because I believe the update is coming kind of soon. So this white one here is the decommissioned police variant. So it has a 178 horsepower V6. It's really slow. I mean, the Chargers weigh 4,000 pounds. I think the ones with the 6.1 and the 5.7, they weigh a bit more because, you know, bigger engine. But all of these weigh over 4,000 pounds. So just think. 178 horsepower, 4,000 pounds. It's really slow. And then this one right here is the Recession Special. So it has the same engine, 178 horsepower, but it's got these unpainted bumpers. Yeah, it just looks really goofy. And next to it, there is this one, I believe, is the RT, so 340 horsepower. And this one has a 5.7 liter V8. Now we're going back down to the V6 here with the silver one. So this is the SE. It also has a 178 horsepower V6. Now this gray one is the SXT, so it has a 250 horsepower V6. Now this is the good stuff over here. So the one painted in Hemi Orange is the RT Daytona. So it does have the same engine as the RT, although it does produce 10 more horsepower. But it is a special edition, so as you can see, it's got a splitter, and it's got some cool decals. So it's got a big decal on the hood, and some very cool decals on the side, and on the trunk there is also a decal. Now this red one here is the SRT8, so it has a 6.1 liter V8, making 425 horsepower. So no decals on this one, just completely bare. It's got a hood, it's got a scoop on the hood, and yeah, I think it's a great looking car. It's got a little spoiler at the back. Now this blue one right here is the SRT8 Super B. So this is a very, very special car. So it is painted in B5 blue. Now this is a 2008 Charger, so only the 2008 Super Bs were painted in B5 blue. So like the RT Daytona, this has decals, however they're not as pronounced. So there is one on the hood kind of matching the hood scoop a little bit. It's just a tiny bit wider than the hood scoop, so I think that's the look they were going for there. And there are also some on each side at the back, so we have this pretty cool pattern. So it starts here on the door, goes back to this big, honestly I don't know what that is, and then it kind of fades away, and I think that's really cool. Now before I drive any of the cars, right over here I have the older model of the SRT8 Super B. So I'm just gonna pull up it up next to the new SRT8 Super B, just to compare them. So right away you can see that the new one is a lot bigger. So they did some new scaling, and this Charger is a very big car in real life. It's over 200 inches long. So not only, so the new model, as you can see there, is longer, it's also taller. I mean, quite a bit taller. Okay, so I see the decals are darker on the new one. So there's the hood decal on the old one, and there's the hood decal on the new one. Now this one's like a dark gray. This one is almost black. Also, the light textures are different, and the new ones look really sick, honestly. What else here? Okay, so the fog light decals are different. Okay, so the rims are a lot better on the new one. These look terrible on the old one. Like, these really look bad, but the new ones look spot on. But other than that, there isn't much that's different. All of the edges are smoother. It's just a better model overall. All right, let's hear this. Okay, hear the revs. Yeah, well, that doesn't sound like much. Now here are the lights. So headlights, high beams, tail lights, reverse lights, those are cool. Brake lights. Do I have brake lights? Okay, so the brakes automatically hold, which is kind of weird. But yeah, those are the brake lights, and this has no fog lights. Yeah, it's slow. There's 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, I've got a brake. Hold on. Oh, the brakes are garbage. Alright, I'll just test the 0 to 60 here. So rev all the way up, TCS off, and here we go. That was a good launch. I'll give it that. There's 40, 50, 51, 60. That was 8.39 seconds. So, okay, so it's not super slow, but I mean, it's just a bit slower than average. Alright, I'll do the 0 to 100 on this road because I have a feeling it'll take a while. Alright, here's the 0 to 100. Alright, there's 50, 60, 70, 80, 89, and there's 100. Well, 99, same thing. Okay, so that took 19 seconds. 19 seconds. It's 90. There's 100. There's 110. Honestly, I have no idea. You know what? I don't think I've got enough space. Wait. There's 130. 138. 138. Break. Actually, 138 is pretty good. Now here are the brakes. Here we go from 60 and braking. That was 2.03 seconds. So yeah, the brakes are garbage. And here we go from 100. And there's 100. Okay, so 100 to 0 took 3.24 seconds. So yeah, the brakes really aren't good. And for the handling, it's a 4,000 pound boat. I mean, it rolls, doesn't handle too well. So yeah, that was the recession special. And that was a terrible parking job. Okay, so let's see here. That was a V6. This is a V6. This is a V8. This is a V6, and that's a that's a V6. Okay, I kind of want to test the. Okay, I'm gonna test the more powerful V6. So this right here is the SXT. Let's turn up the volume here and rev it. Yeah, so it sounds the same, but yeah, this has a more powerful V6, so 50 more horsepower than the basic V6. Okay, definitely feels faster. There's 70, 80, 85. Yeah, it is definitely faster. Alright, here we go from 0 to 60. There's 50, 60. That was 6.44 seconds. So, you know what? That's actually kind of quick. I mean, it's not quick for a performance car, but this is not a performance car. Just for a regular car, that's pretty quick. Alright, here we go for 0 to 100. There's 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So that was 13.9 seconds, so quite a bit faster than the basic V6. Okay, there's 110, 120, 130, 140, and 147. So I'll be honest here, I actually kind of like the SXT. It's got plenty of power. 0 to 60 is not slow at all for a normal car. The top speed is 147, which is pretty high. And yeah, it just feels good. The handling is terrible, obviously, because it's a 4,000 pound boat. But yeah, I like it. Alright, so I've gone through the V6s. I won't test the RT there just because it's got the same engine as this RT, and this RT is much cooler in my view. Alright, so this right here is the RT Daytona. So this is a special vehicle. It's it's a limited production vehicle, so it's but it's got some cool stuff. So it's got a spoiler, it's got a splitter, it's got some cool decals. So this very big decal on the hood and very cool decals on each side. So here's the startup. And here are the revs. Yeah, so nothing too crazy, but it sounds good. Now here are the lights. Oh man, I love this thing so much already. I haven't even driven it, and I love it already. Here we go. Oh, it's quick. There's 60, there's 70, 80. Brake, 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 brake. Okay, the brakes still suck. But man, it's quick. Okay, there's 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 130. Yeah, this is quick. Alright, so I'll just do a 0 to 60. There's 40, 50, 60. That was 4.8 seconds. This thing is quick! Okay, now a 0 to 100. Alright, here we go from 0 to 100. There's 80 and 100 in 10.19 seconds. Alright, now for the top speed. So I think it's going to be around 160-ish. It's quite high. So it's 120, 130, 140, and 150, and 155. And the brakes are still garbage. Alright, I'll just test the brakes here. So here we go from 60. And braking. Yeah, 2 seconds. So the brakes on this are the same as the ones on the SXT and the SE. So, yeah, that is not good. That is a... So here's the startup. That sounds good. So, here we go. Oh, I can really feel the extra power. The extra 50 horsepower. Okay, there's 100 already. Brakes are garbage! It's the same brakes. But man, it's fast. Oh shoot! We're off the road, off the road. Okay, that's not good. Oh man, this thing is fun. Alright, I'll just turn around here. Oh, this is really fun. This is such a fun trim. It's so fast. Look at that. There's 120 already. There's 130. This thing is so quick. There's 140. 150. Alright, I'll just do a 0 to 60 here. So TCS off, and here we go. There's 40. And there's 60. That was 4.07 seconds. 4 seconds! And here we go from 0 to 100. There's 40. There's 60. There's 80, and there's 100. That was 9.29 seconds, which is seriously fast. Now for the top speed. There's 160. There's 170. There's 174. Whoa, a bit off the road there. Alright, now for the brakes. Here we go from 60 and braking. Yeah, 2 seconds. So the brakes on all of the trims are the same, so I won't even bother testing it from 100. But man, the acceleration is so fun. And the new sounds are great. The old sounds were terrible, but these new sounds are great. It sounds just like in real life. If only the brakes were a bit better though. But I love it. You slow down, then you turn into a corner. Doesn't handle too well, but then you just shoot right out of the corner because it's got so much power. Oh, there we go. First gear donuts. Mopar power. Now moving on to the SRT8 Super Bee. So I won't spend a huge amount of time on this one, just because the way it drives is exactly the same as the SRT8. It's got the same amount of power, no changes anywhere but the exterior. So for 2008, Dodge painted the SRT8 Super Bee in B5 blue, and it's my favorite out of all the Super Bee colors for this generation of the Charger. In 2007, they painted it yellow. I think it looks good. I've seen one in real life. It blew me away, obviously, because it's a stunning car, but this blue is just better. And then in 2009, I think they painted them red, maybe a red-orange or something. But yeah, this B5 blue looks astonishing. It's all the same, but it's got some decals. So on the hood, there's a decal that's kind of following the scoop, and on each side, there are these decals. And here we go. Yeah, this V8 is such a masterpiece. So much fun to drive. Alright, I'll just turn here if I can. Bit of a slide there. Okay, so I actually have to be pretty careful with this car because in 2008, they only made 1,000 of these Super Bees for the whole world. 1,000. So this is indeed a very rare car. Yeah, if you see one, you're very lucky. So I've got to say, I really love this refresh of the 2008 Chargers. I think it looks great. I love the new decals. I love the new details. I love the fact that it looks smoother than before. I love the new tune. And yeah, I'd just like to say a huge thanks to Hunter for letting me review this and helping with spawning it in and stuff. So yeah, huge thanks to him. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.